The only thing that's bothered me about these 2 hours is Kristine Arnold and Janis Oliver, the sweethearts of the... Y'all have just talked entirely too much. Test your microphones. Are they on?
Hello,
Testing.
Gosh, how long has it been since the sweethearts of the rodeo have been together around Nashville, around your friends in country music? It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a while, yeah. We've been singing behind the scenes, though. We never completely gave up on our sister act. In fact, we've got a new CD coming out this month.
Good.
So we're back at it again.
Are you both still living in the Nashville area?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We both live in Franklin.
Yeah. What happened to the store that you had down there, that eclectic women's store? That was a great shop.
It was a cool place.
Larry bought a lot of clothes there.
In fact, I'm still wearing boots that came from that store. We gave that up. It was something that we'd always wanted to do together. We've, been best friends ever since we were little, and always kind of wanted to have a store together.
And you went in business together, and you're still best friends?
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah. I wanted to create a job for myself where I had to shop. Dream job. So let's open a store.
And that's why the store is not open anymore.
That's right.
Janis told me something very interesting before we came into the room here today. I like to find out things because our fans like to know things about the different artists, but you don't ever want to travel somewhere that you're not welcome to go. You, of course, were married for several years to Vince Gill.
Yes.
And your daughter, Jenny, is carving quite a niche for herself in the music business. But you said something that really pleased me. You said you and Vince are best friends.
We are. We're very good friends. We speak on the phone frequently, and he'll call and just say, "I was just thinking about you, just driving down the road. I thought about you," or "I'm in Florida doing a show and thought I'd give you a call." And I like to surprise him every now and then. I used to cook pork chops. He just loved these pork chops I made, and his last birthday, I made a big old plate of pork chops and scalloped potatoes. And I said, "Hey, Jenny, take these over to your dad and just sneak them in. Just say, hey, a little gift." She told me that she walked in, and he smelled. He followed the smell, and she said, "It's a little present from Mom. Mom asked me to bring this over." And he saw what it was, and she said this glaze went over his eyes. and he fixed a plate, and she said he just disappeared. So, yeah, we've got a really good relationship. We love each other very much, still, and shared a lot of good times together. And our daughter, we're so proud of our daughter.
Tell me, she is wonderfully talented. Of course,
how could she
talk
not
about having the genes?
Pretty good genes.
Where is she in her career? What is she going for at this point?
Well, she, her dad, Vince, is producing her first project, and they're just finishing it up. She just sent me the final mixes over the other day, and Vince is producing it, and Jenny's got this very cool Bonnie Raitt vibe. Yeah. That's how she sings. And Vince is doing some harmony singing and some guitar playing, and it's astoundingly good. It just that's my girl. That's my daughter. And
that's wonderful.
So proud.
When will we be able to hear it?
Well, she's playing it for some folks around town now. They just finished mixing it.
They're through? So. They don't need any more song? That's just not right.
She would love to listen to song. Anything you send her.
We ought to call him. If I had my phone.
I promise you, Larry.
You know what you'd get if you got his answering machine, don't you?
This is Vinny. Leave a message.
No. You haven't heard the latest one?
What's he done now?
Hi. This is Whispering Gill.
Oh,
yeah.
Did he
really?
Yes.
Didn't he, Janis?
Hide the songs under some pork chops or some fried chicken or something.
How about a song from the Sweethearts of the Rodeo? Wow, you guys made so many great records together. You got together on the West Coast. I mean, not got together, your sisters, but I mean, you began performing and all on the West Coast. Emmylou Harris was involved in some way early in your career, wasn't she?
Oh,
Yeah, she wandered into the. We paid our dues singing at a pizza palace, and developed a pretty big crowd there. And Emmylou Harris and Rodney Crowell walked in one night, said they'd heard about us, and they were very encouraging. And we did some shows with Emmylou, and anyway, that was just so exciting to see them walk in and, really inspiring.
That was the days, Emmy's first album had just come out. And I'll never forget, she invited us down to, there was a club in LA called the Starwood. And she said, why don't you guys come down, and we do a version of Mule Skinner Blues. She said, come down and get up, and I got a great band. So it was the original hot band. And that woman, that wonderful woman, invited us up, and we got up in the middle of her show and let us wail on this song with the hot band behind us. We'll never, ever, ever forget.
Well, you won't. I seem to forget a lot these days.
I'll remind you.
You remind me of all the good stories.
Well, we're going to do a song for you that was one of our first hits, and written by the great Don Schlitz.
I was born in a small town. Mama was a farmer's wife. We knew everyone for miles around. We lived here all our lives. It never even entered their minds that I might not want to stay. But I'm young, I still got time. I got to get away. And there's one stoplight blinking on and off, and everyone knows when the neighbors call. They roll up the streets when the sun goes down. I'm a midnight girl in a sunset town. I'm a midnight girl in a sunset town. I've seen places on the TV where they stay up all night long. Around here it's early to bed and they rise before the dawn. You say the old ways are still the best, and I cannot deny it. But I can't get no rest, but it's just too quiet. And there's one starlight blinking on and on, and everyone knows when the neighbors call. They roll up the streets when the sun goes down. And I'm a midnight girl in the sunset town. I'm a midnight girl in the sunset town. Soul to keep. If I should die before the world turns round, just Lord, don't leave me in this one horse town.
Just don't leave me in this one horse town.
Please don't leave me in this one horse town.
Please don't leave me in this one horse town. 'Cause
There's one starlight blinking on and on, and everyone knows when the neighbors call. They roll up the streets when the sun goes down. I'm a midnight girl in the sunset town. I'm a midnight girl in the sunset town. There's one stoplight blinking on and on, and everyone knows when the neighbors call. They roll up the streets when the sun goes down. And I'm a midnight girl in the sunset town. I'm a midnight girl in the sunset town. Girl in a sunset town.
Sweethearts of the Rodeo. Sounds so good.